everyone, welcome back to my channel. So hope you guys all enjoyed last week's Would You Rather game, something a little bit different, but today I'm going to be filming a Q&A for you guys. I've never done this, so I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. So I'm not going to be doing my makeup through it. So my makeup's done, very simple but kind of elegant today. Not really feeling my brows because I think they're too blocked out, but yeah, I don't know. They kind of look good on camera, so I'm not really that mad. But yeah, so I asked you guys what answers you wanted to specific questions. You guys sent me your questions in, so I'm going to be answering most of those today. If you want to know about a few different makeup things today, keep watching, guys. Okay, so you guys tweeted me, you Instagram me, inbox me and stuff. So I have got a few questions here today. So I'm just going to start in the order that I got them. So the first one is, when did you first get into makeup? I actually have no idea. I wasn't really girly in like primary school, most of high school. I did my makeup like a little bit towards the end of high school, like probably my last 2 or 3 years towards the end of high school. Didn't have like a makeup collection or anything. Wasn't one of those girls that watched makeup tutorials. I wasn't into that. I was more of a tomboy, so to speak. And then I went to film school because I wanted to be an editor, and that didn't really work out because I ended up hating editing. And then I did I loved special effects makeup for films. So then I was doing like the makeup for our short films at film school. I was like, hey, this is like friggin' awesome. Maybe I'll do a course on it. And I did, and here I am too. What was your first eyeshadow palette? First eyeshadow palette. Like, I have no friggin' idea. My first like brand eyeshadow palette was my Too Faced All Natural Eyes palette. Remember that one that when I first started my YouTube channel, I was always wearing it, and I wore it yesterday, so I still use it and everything. That was like my first big brand one. My first ever eyeshadow palette, no idea. It was probably like one of those, I don't know, cheapy ones that you get from like the supermarket or like Kmart, like the no brand ones. It was probably one of those, but yeah, I have no idea what my first eyeshadow was. Okay, next, how do you clean your brushes? Okay, so my brushes and my client brushes all get washed the same. So I have the Sigma Spa Glove that you put on. It's got all the different like textures on. You wash your brushes on that. Or you could just use your hand, like you don't need that. But for all my big fluffy brushes, I put it on paper towel, and I have isopropyl alcohol. It's 99.9% alcohol, and I spray that, wipe the product out until I can't get any more product out. And then I always rinse with an antibacterial soap, just to get all the alcohol out, because it doesn't smell good when you put it on your face. And then I let it dry out. I also have the Sigma drying stand that you clip your brushes in, and it has like a little elastic at the bottom and it holds the form. But before I had that, I would rinse the brush out, and then I, with my fingers, put it back into the shape it needs to be in, because if you just let it as is, it's going to dry like that and your brush is ruined. So that's my big fluffy brushes. I usually leave them to dry for 2 days, depending on how big they are. For my like smaller ones, like my eyeshadow brushes, lip brushes and stuff like that, I get like a little container, put a little bit of the alcohol in there, and then I dip. And I dip and dip until I can't see any product left, or if there's any little bit of product, it's just stained. And then the same thing with the soap, rinse it, get it to dry. So yeah, that's how I wash my brushes. Okay, next question. What can you use for getting a liquid eyeliner even? Oh, good question. Honestly, the biggest thing with liquid eyeliner is practice. Like, sometimes I still can't get my eyeliner right, and I've been doing this for a good 5 years now. Honestly, you can have a great day that you just draw your wings on and it's done. And you'll be like, holy shit, I'm like a master at winged eyeliner. And then the next day you're gonna be off and it's gonna be shit. But things that can help you can use sticky tape. So you tape the ends so you know that they're gonna be the same height. You can measure on the sticky tape so they're the same length. But yeah, practice. I would honestly even practice every day. even if you're not doing your makeup, you can just quickly go in the morning, draw your eyeliner on, take it off. You've practiced for that day. Yeah, if I have an event coming up and I want winged eyeliner, I'll make sure I do winged eyeliner for the few days beforehand, so I get back into it, because I don't really wear eyeliner. Like, I don't have eyeliner on now. I only wear eyeliner if I full glam. Okay, what else have we got here? What are different ways of doing lip liner for different styles? Okay, I'm not sure what that question means, but so if you're wanting fuller lips, you would, depends how big your lips are to start with, and if you have uneven lips. I have uneven lips, I'm gonna admit that. One lip curls down, so that and that side curls in, and these two are both flat. So if I split my lips in half and draw in their natural line, I would have two different shapes. It's shit, but yeah, so look in the mirror and have a look. Are your lips curved or straight? And if you want the big full lips, I would overdraw your cupid's bow and just under your bottom lip here, and then curl these in. So the smaller this looks, like, I don't know if I'm making sense. If you draw in closer here to the mouth and make these look smaller, that'll pop out to make it look really pouty and full, your little Kylie Jenner look. If you just want a nice big smile, you can draw those straight and then just use a little bit, I use a little bit of concealer here to make it look like my lip is nice and plump and I don't just have one big straight line. That helps. Okay. How do you choose the best shades for contouring and highlighting kits and foundation? Okay. So I'll start with foundation because that'll go into contouring and highlighting. For foundation, you either have a pink undertone in your skin, a yellow undertone, or some people have both or none. So me, for instance, I have a yellow undertone, but when I'm really, really pale in winter, I can get away with wearing a pink undertone, and I just make sure I put a little bit of bronzer on top to make it look warm. If that makes sense. So usually you can tell if you look in the mirror, if you're really pale and you've got red cheeks, usually you're a pink undertone. A lot of European people are golden undertones like myself because we have olive skin. I got gypped. I don't know where my olive skin's gone. I used to be really dark when I was little and now I'm a ghost, but I'm still a yellow undertone. So you can kind of see in my face now, it's got like that golden look because my foundation has a yellow undertone. Now when you're testing foundations, a lot of people just test it on their palm. Your palm is not the same color. You want to try and match it with your chest and your neck. So your chest and neck usually are the same color. So what I do is I put the foundation here and I drag it down. And then I see if it's the same. Now, I'm one of those people that test it in the shop. So if I go to Sephora or Mecca or something, they usually don't care because they understand. I get a little bit of sample, I wipe it on, and then I go around and look at the other products that I want to get for that day, and then I'll see if the foundation oxidizes, because some people with oily skin, the foundation goes a darker shade. So I always check that, and then when I come back, you'll see that strip, whether it stay the same and it matches your chest and your neck, or if it has oxidized, I'll go the shade lighter, and then when it oxidizes, it'll be the perfect match. So that's how I go with choosing foundations. Whether you're oily skin, dry skin, if you've got oily skin, it is best not to get a foundation that is oil based because you are just going to get oilier. I usually go for water based foundations. Meant to blank. If you have really dry skin, I would go for a hydrating oil based foundation just because it's going to bring some of that moisture back in, and it, like some people's dry skin starts to flake, it'll prevent that from happening, and just use a hydrating primer underneath your foundation. As for contour and highlighting kits, same thing. They have undertones. So you'll see that the golden undertones look really warm. The browns look really warm. It's the same with eyeshadows. They look really warm. In the palette, it'll be a nice golden highlighter. But then again, I do wear a white highlighter. Like, you can get away with it in that sense. With the pink undertones, the brown will be a lot more not grey, but it'll look cold compared to, I should have had one to compare, compared to the warm one. Does that make sense? So your contour and highlighter kits coincide with your foundation with warm and cold undertones. Now we have the last question. Can you use hairspray as setting spray? I've heard this, and I remember hearing this at high school actually, because some of the girls at high school were setting their makeup with hairspray. And the first thing that came to my mind was, hairspray's flammable. You can't go out with hairspray on your face. Like, someone's gonna set you on fire. That's all I could think of. And I was like, nah, never gonna do it. I'll always just blot and repowder. And then obviously setting sprays come out. Setting sprays are literally designed to make your makeup last. Hairspray is to keep your hair in place. So I don't recommend you use hairspray as setting spray. I know a lot of girls do, but honestly, that flammable thing, if someone's smoking near you or they light something near you, like a candle or something, it's like my biggest fear. You've got hairspray on your face. So if your hair, you can just wet it or just cut it like it's not on your skin. If you would, your skin was to light on fire, it is instant burns. Does that make sense? Like, it would just singe your hair. That's why I don't like using hairspray as a setting spray. Plus, it has different chemicals that aren't meant for your skin. So if you use hairspray as setting spray, that's you, that's fine. I personally don't recommend it. Buy a setting spray. They're not that expensive. The Urban Decay All Nighter that everyone talks about, I just got the mini size. It was like $28 and it was like this big. What? That's not mini. I think that's pretty big. And I've used it heaps of times and I've still got over half of it to go. So some setting sprays aren't that expensive. NYX Professional has a setting spray that is absolutely amazing. So you're wanting to stay on a budget, there are drugstore brands out there that you can get a reasonable price setting spray, so you don't have to use your hairspray on your face. But yeah, that is just my opinion on that issue. Okay everyone, that is pretty much it for my little first Q&A video. It was cool. Like, I have people at work and like at home and stuff always asking me like makeup questions, but I've never really spoken to you guys about it. So yeah, I kind of enjoyed doing this, and I feel like, well, I hope you guys learned something from me today. Yeah, I like sharing my knowledge with people. It's fun. And it wasn't just a boring review on a product again. Although the Too Faced Glitter Bomb palette did come out and I kind of want to review it for you guys. If you do want that review, just like this video or comment down below, because I really want to try it. And it would be cool to try it on film for you guys. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Like, it was still makeup related, I just wasn't doing my makeup. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did like it and go click the subscribe button, and I will see you guys next week with a new video. Bye guys.